Welcome to Folding Towels, a podcast for massage therapists with Jackie and David. If you are enjoying our episodes and want to support the production, consider buying us a coffee. Your contributions help us bring you more insightful discussions and expert interviews. Follow the link in the show notes or visit buymeacoffee.com/Folding Towels podcast to contribute, and thank you for your support.
Hello again and welcome back to the Folding Towels podcast. We are back again, and guess what we're talking about today, David?
I don't know, but I want to say welcome back, Jackie.
Welcome. I know.
I've missed you.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
I was so sorry to miss out on speaking with Mandy last week. She sounds absolutely amazing, but I was unwell.
She was a cracker of an interview, episode 87. If you haven't listened to it already, please check out our interview with Mandy Bartovalic from the Rainbow Babies and University Hospitals. It was an amazing interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thrilled for you that you got to speak with her. And we were waiting to talk to her for ages, and then I went and got sick. So
these things can't be helped.
It happens.
Yeah, and that's why there's two of us. We've got backup.
That's it.
Yeah, I got your back, Jack.
Thank you. Thank you. That's such a massage therapist thing to say, isn't it?
Yeah.
Such a massage joke. I love it.
Hey, we are talking about niching again, Jackie.
Yes. We do love to talk about this. This is a hot topic.
It is a hot topic. And the thing that's exciting is that there are an endless number of niches out there if you're prepared to get a little bit creative.
Yeah, I love talking about this because of that exact reason, actually. People will suggest stuff and I'll be like, oh, I actually did not consider that as a niche. Like, that's really interesting.
And chances are, even if you're saying, I don't have a niche, you actually might be in one already without even thinking about it.
That is very true. Yeah, very true.
Yeah. Well, we've already talked about why niching is important in other episodes, and we're even joined Kylie Bradley, who had niched into her field of lymphatics.
Yes.
Which actually we're going to talk about the difference between a specialty and a niche in a minute. But niching can really turn your practice around. It can give you the opportunity to drive higher prices because you are sought after for a very particular thing, and it helps to differentiate you, help you to stand out in the noise of all the other people who are just doing the massage of the everyone.
Yes, that's it. And we have talked about this before. There is such a lot of noise. Clients often don't know what they should be asking for. They don't know the differences between different types of massage. So niching can really give you a bit of an edge with the clients, and then they will know exactly what they're coming to see you for.
And I think the biggest advantage of niching is probably your own personal satisfaction and happiness. Because instead of working with everyone and getting the people who you just aren't clicking with, or maybe you're working in a practice, you've got a particular skill set and they just keep putting with footy players or something and they just do your head in or whatever. When you are niching in a particular market, you can filter out the people that just aren't a good fit for you.
I actually really love this, and on a personal note, that's exactly where I am. It's very obvious to me now when I'm getting clients that I really don't want to see, that I just don't want to treat that specific kind of problem or injury or whatever. And it's just like it becomes so clear as the therapist who you do and don't want to see. It's good, actually. I love it.
Before we get stuck into things, I want to give a shout out to Renee Harris from Remedial Therapies SA, whose little business just turned 1.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
And she celebrated by working with a local confectionery maker, having some very specialty marshmallows made up.
Oh,
and giving them to all of her clients who came to see her in the month of March.
oh my God, that's exciting.
Yeah,
Wow,
yes.
that's really cool.
So something like 50% of businesses don't make it through the first year. So she has now passed that danger zone for half of businesses. It might even be 70% of businesses don't make it through the first year. Yeah, so well
Maybe.
done, Renee.
Yay,
Yeah,
that's
took a bet on
awesome.
yourself and it's working out for you.
Congrats.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the difference between niching and a specialty. Not
I
using
know
the
you
word,
do, David.
not using the word specialist, using the word specialty.
You are so pedantic with this.
Yeah, well, you can't get into hot water.
Oh, so funny.
So, a specialty might be something like a technique, an intention, or a methodology that you use. Maybe your treatment focus is biased towards something like craniosacral or lymphatic drainage or dry needling, for example. And this describes how you work and not who you work with. And your niche is the types of people that you work with or you want to help. So, for example, maybe A grade soccer players to stay on the field and keep on top of their game, or working with elderly people with dementia, or working with anyone who just needs an hour to themselves, an hour of power to just chill out and forget about life for a while, or people recovering from hand and wrist surgery, like a carpal tunnel, doing post surgical work, working with retired military personnel and helping them or supporting them through PTSD. Those are ideas of quite specific niches, which aren't actually the ones which we've listed to talk about today.
That's actually a really good point that you're making here, David. And I want to say thank you for making that because I think knowing the differences can actually really help you to focus better as the therapist. And explain to your clients how you understand them, how you can help them. So, yeah, thank you for actually pointing out
Hmm.
that very specific difference there.
Pleasure. And you can have a specialty that you employ to
Mm,
help your niche.
yeah. But
Hmm.
you're going to say, don't use the word specialist. Aren't you, David? I know you are.
Correct.
I can hear it coming down the line.
Yep.
So, yeah, so that the word specialist is really for
It's a
a
protected
formally
title.
recognized, yeah, qualification.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Hmm.
very important shift there.
All right. Let's get into our five niches that we want to talk about today, Jackie.
Okay. All right. Well, the first one is language groups and ethnic communities.
Yeah.
So, this is something that is often really overlooked, but working with a specific language within a specific culture can actually be something really, really valuable. And look, if you speak another language, if you're actually fluent in more than one language, like that's amazing in and of itself.
Mm.
But if you already have that familiarity with other languages, with other cultures, sorry, um, like you are ahead of the game straight away.
Yeah. It's something you see a lot in hospitality where someone will have on their name tag a flag representing the
Yeah,
language or the background that they can communicate with. And you may have someone from Brazil come to stay at your hotel and they may speak reasonable English, but they can get better service with someone who speaks Portuguese. And
yeah,
so you would find the Brazilian person in that setting to go and interact with those clients, and that elevates the customer service. But you also see it in, say, doctor surgeries, where here in Australia, there's a lot of different ethnic communities living in the country,
yeah,
and particularly the older folk who've moved here may have very scant English at best, and getting medical help helps when you can actually communicate with that person. And so that
yeah.
translates across to us as massage therapists. Like, why are you here? Where are you hurting? How can I help you today?
Oh, so
Um, I
important.
need you to remove these items of clothing and to do these things.
Yeah,
The language removes those barriers for you.
The older you are, if you are having issues with Alzheimer's and dementia, you
Yes.
automatically start losing your secondary and tertiary languages as
Yes.
well,
This
and
is
often
so
revert
true.
back to your maiden language, your first language. So
Yeah.
yeah, like that can be such an important fact to consider if you're working with an older aged cohort. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you are able to communicate with that one person, they will start referring you as a person of trust into their communities.
Yeah.
So just as Australians, if we were living abroad, we would find other expats to hang out with from time to time and be connected in that way. People living here are the same. As much as they are integrated into the communities, they still maintain a connection with the mother tongue, so to speak, and that sense of home.
Yeah. It's such a great topic to talk about, actually.
So even if you learnt a language at school, whether it be French or German or Chinese, Japanese, Indonesian, what have you, being able to employ that in a professional setting is a huge advantage to you.
I would also like to just mention as well that Auslan is a language in and of itself. It's an actual
Yes.
language with its own grammar and pronunciation, and all of those things that makes a language.
Yeah,
Don't forget Auslan.
absolutely. And these communities, when they're searching Google, for example, will type into Google massage therapist in Adelaide, Auslan.
Mm,
And if
yeah,
you have that on your website, you will be found,
yeah,
you know,
yes.
Bulgarian or what have you.
There's so many languages.
Yep.
Be here all day listing them.
I had a neighbor as a plumber. He is Italian, and his wife is Punjab, Indian. And he found himself falling into a niche of installing a very specific type of bidet into Indian homes.
How interesting.
And then led him to work in helping to build a particular temple, and he just formed as a person of trust.
That's so
Yeah,
interesting.
I
Wow.
thought it was very quirky.
Yeah. Gosh, you never know what sort of little rabbit holes you can go down sometimes, do you?
hmm
Until you're there in the middle of it.
Because there was so much demand for these bidets, he was then able to start importing them directly and cut out the middleman.
Wow.
Yeah, so you don't know where it's going to lead you.
That is just so interesting. Wow.
Yeah. So the next niche that we wanted to talk about is
Mm,
people with sensory processing disorders.
yes.
So this could include autistic people, people with ADHD or PTSD, anyone with sensory modulation issues. Hello, I'm one of those people. So is my son. And this is an area where we can offer a lot, but it does require a little bit of thought.
Yes.
So traditional clinical environments could have bright lights, for example. If you're near a road and there's traffic noise. I
Mm-hmm.
was next door to a cafe for a while, so there's lots of scraping of chairs, banging of the group head and things, and chiropractor on the other side, so the sound of the drop table. Um, those are all very unpleasant sounds to someone who has some noise issues, sensitivities.
Yes.
But we can set up our rooms to be quiet. We can choose the location that we are in. We can reduce the amount of stimulation, dim lighting, soft furnishings, very modest dressings in that room. The way that we touch with those people being very predictable, being rhythmic, maybe a bit softer, and absolutely very clear communication. And the
Mm,
choice of that communication throughout the session, like, do they feel more comfortable with a bit of chat? Do they
yeah.
just want to lay there and not have anything, even turning music off? One of my clients complained about the ticking of my clock, for example.
Yes. That is
But
such a thing that can
yeah.
turn people off. Yes, I've had that as well.
some people are like, oh, the ticking of the clock, that's amazing in the background. And just like, it just drove me nuts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, like, look, white noise can be something that can help regulate a lot of people. I know a few folks that actually use more white noise rather than music, because it's a noise, they can focus
Mm,
on it, but it's not overwhelming, it's not stimulating. It just helps keep them grounded. So
yeah.
there are so many different ways to actually help create that safe, regulating space for your clients.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And there's that new foundation, the Hidden Disabilities Foundation, where they have the logo of the sunflower.
Mm.
So you can register as an ally, or you.
I haven't heard about this, David. This
Oh,
is news
really?
to me. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
So people with hidden disabilities can wear the sunflower on their shirt, for example, or have a lanyard with it's a green lanyard with sunflowers on it, and particularly in places like airports,
Right.
people know to look out for those things and have been trained in how to interact in specific ways, and will come and offer help to someone who looks like maybe they're a bit overstimmed, maybe they're having some processing issues, it might be in a bit of a spiral, so they can be recognised and offered help in a sensitive
Yeah, right.
way.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Like you mentioned the airport, like if that's not the most overstimulating place on the planet,
exactly.
I don't know what is. Like
Yep,
airports are insane and
yep.
like I can cope with a lot, but even airports drive me mental.
Bright lights, hard surfaces, noise
Yeah. Yeah.
of the crowd, plus noise of announcements,
Yeah.
fast moving things, having to stand in queues.
Yeah. And you're already anxious because you
Yes.
don't want to miss your flight and you're constantly like checking the time and
Yep.
am I in the right spot?
Mm,
Yeah, I'm stressed just thinking about
yep.
it.
And a flight attendant might come through once you're on board the plane and specifically address you to say, is there anything that I can help you with? Would you like a blanket?
Mm.
Those types of things, which to the person who's not aware is like, oh, isn't that nice? Maybe I want a blanket too, but it's about helping with that modulation
Yeah.
and regulation. Mm.
Oh, that's funny. So, our third niche that we're talking about today is actually voice and swallowing disorders. And this is definitely something that a lot of people don't think about on a day-to-day basis, but is actually really highly specialized work, as well as also being quite rewarding. I'm just losing my mind over here in the middle of recording this, so apologies for all of the mistakes that I'm making. And it's apt that we're actually talking about the voice because my voice is a bit insane at the moment. Um,
Mm.
so if you are working with the muscles of the jaw, the neck, the tongue, the vocal box, all through the neck and the throat, you are actually helping clients regain function, comfort, and ease of movement. And so you might actually be working with people that are performers and singers, or folks that are recovering from stroke or traumatic brain injury, or other people that have head and neck tension that affects their voice or swallowing. And this can
Mm.
actually be a really collaborative effort because you might work alongside speech therapists, physiotherapists, occupational therapists. There can actually be a lot of people sort of working in this field that you might not have thought of before.
Yeah. And all of those professionals have their very specific thing that they do, whether it be rehabilitation, exercise, for example, and the actual touch component, which we are that is our specialty is
Mm,
touch, is not that of those other therapists. And so they would need to refer out to someone who is skilled in those areas and who can work in collaboration with them.
yeah. This is such an interesting field. Like, I'm so fascinated by how the voice works. But yeah, it's just, and I think that stems a little bit from being interested in language as well. I've always been interested in language and how we communicate, and how we speak, and so I think it's from that. But this is just such an interesting niche to have, to work with people with their speech.
Mm.
I'm like always fascinated by this topic.
I've worked with a couple of people now who've lost their voices from PTSD.
Yeah, right.
I've had a traumatic incident, and then suddenly they can only speak in a hoarse whisper. They go off and have all the tests under the sun. No, you don't have pharyngitis or what have you. And they come in for massages. Oh, why don't we do a little bit of work around the face and the neck? You get some restoration of voice as the body down regulates. And for all of those people, when they've come in, and I was, and they're still talking in a hoarse voice at this stage. I was out with friends and I had a couple of drinks. The most remarkable thing happened. My voice came back. It's like, yeah,
Wow.
because the alcohol has affected that center of the brain, which is processing that trauma, and has
Right.
switched off the response that's affecting your vocal cords. So does this mean I need to be drunk all the time? No. Let's get you some brain help.
Oh, that's funny. I love it.
Uh,
That's it's so interesting, David, isn't it? Just like how the body and the mind work together. It's just so
mm.
interesting.
And how they can turn on each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving right along. There was a Muppet song like that, wasn't there? Moving right along. We'll put that in as our theme song. Okay, this one's not new, but I think it is a little bit underutilized in a professional way.
Mm,
And I reckon a lot of us at some stage have probably had a gig or two doing corporate on-site chair massage.
yeah. I think you go through a little bit of phase in the beginning when you start out sometimes doing this.
Mm. But
Most of us.
it's what you do next that can turn into a niche for you, rather than just every now and then ad hoc showing up with a chair. But building your professional profile as a real professional business service. And so that's developing your procedures, your documentation, having clear policies, establishing your processes around bookings and cancellations, your invoicing, the insurances, having documentation that you present up front, so that you are building trust with the client who is the corporation. And that may be having things like your uniform and pop-up signage and your induction processes with the people who then receive the massage, your insurance paperwork, all those types of things.
Yeah,
And so you put your efforts into developing the professional relationship, business to business, B2B, as they like to talk about in corporate
yeah,
world, whether it be people like the HR manager, well-being officers, etc., so that you are invited back on a regular basis. And then when another business says, "Oh, you've got massage in your workplace, who do you use?" they will refer you with confidence.
I also want to say, David, before you move on from that, that even though all of that sounds like a lot, it actually really isn't. You can get all of that up and running within a couple of days.
Yeah.
Like it's really not a huge amount because you probably already have insurance set up anyway. You probably already have some policies and procedures already worked out. It's just a matter of formatting that for the corporate sector.
Mm.
So it's not, it sounds like a lot, but it's not necessarily actually a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Part of that process is also having backups, so that if you're sick or need to be away or what have you, you can send someone in your place and not disappoint the client.
Yeah.
Or having good enough rapport that you can say, sorry, we're not available today. But the grown up version of that is then to establish a team
Yes.
where you have multiple sites, multiple days, and you can solely work in corporate and make a good living out of that. And
Absolutely doable. Yep.
no need for leasing, rent, all those types of things because, yeah, simple. Your car is your office and your chair is your tools.
Yep. And get a really good chair as well. Don't just buy a cheap $100 one off
Yeah,
eBay.
yeah,
If you're going to
guilty.
do this, do it well and actually spend $300 or $400 on getting a really good solid chair because
Yep.
they do break all the time.
Yes.
And then that's just really annoying because
That
then
is
you've got to fix
paperwork
it.
for you to complete.
Yeah.
The
Uh,
best thing that could happen is you get really embarrassed. The worst thing that could happen is that someone can get hurt.
Yeah, you don't want somebody falling off your chair. And like bodies come in all different shapes and
They
sizes. By
do.
purchasing a really good corporate chair, you can accommodate some of those extra, like really tall people. I've had a few
Mm,
really, really tall people, like guys that are like 6'3", 6'4",
yeah,
and they don't fit on those cheap $100, $150 chairs, unfortunately. Like
yeah.
it's just like, oh, hang on a second.
And even accommodating someone with larger breasts, for example, and having the
Oh
extra
God,
padding
yeah.
on the chair just to create that sense of comfort and the
Yeah,
confidence that that person can experience through their massage.
absolutely. Yeah.
Mm.
There's so many different body types.
Yes,
Uh, are we talking about niche number 5 now, David?
we
Are we up
should.
to the last one?
Yep.
It's fertility massage.
Yeah. This
This
isn't
is
dodgy.
no, no, this is something that is really I don't necessarily want to say popular, but is becoming very popular,
Mm.
especially over the last 5 to 10 years. And it's about actually supporting reproductive health, menstrual cycle regulation, and supporting people on their fertility journeys, whether that be, going through IVF or something different. It often involves a lot of focused abdominal and pelvic work. And I think you have had a very specific teacher in
Yeah.
this field, David.
Yeah, when I was doing some work around anatomy of the pelvis, my teacher had worked in a fertility clinic. It was a multidisciplinary clinic where there were integrative GPs, there were chiropractors, physios, osteopaths, naturopaths, homeopaths. So you name it, there was every form of medicine, health, allied, complementary, and the total treatment package you would work with the ones which were appropriate to you. And he was a osteopath,
Mm.
and he said he was like the period whisperer. These people would come in. Maybe they'd been on the pill since some teenager or what have you, and they
Yep.
would be assessed. They'd remove things like strong perfumes, look at their diet, blah blah blah. And he specifically worked with the tissues surrounding the pelvis and the reproductive organs, and he was very successful in restarting women's periods.
Wow. That's
Mm.
so fascinating.
Yep.
And it can be such a complex area to work with. Like there are so many different factors, particularly once you start getting into that people have been on the pill for a long time. Maybe they're starting to head into perimenopause, but they've had endometriosis their whole lives, that sort of thing. It's just a lot, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah,
Wow.
that's right. And it's such a complex process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This
Mm.
is such meaningful work for the right person, I think. And I
Yes.
do know a few people that do some work in this area where it's abdominal massage or working with people undergoing IVF and that sort of thing.
Mm.
It can be such an emotional and really personal thing to get into this field. And I do think there's I've got a few friends working in this and yeah, it's really such a personal journey for themselves as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Mm.
that's that's short and sweet, isn't it, Jackie? Yeah.
That was it. That was 5.
Yeah. I hope that gives you some inspiration if you are looking for what your niche might be. Have a think about who you're already working with. And I would encourage you to think about why you started massage in the first place, what motivated you, as number one. because you'll probably find that your ideal niche looks a bit like you. And the other thing I'd encourage you to think about is who you really enjoy working with.
Yes.
What is that the avatar of that person or those people, and why you enjoy working with those people so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's so rude of you to bring up avatars, David. Sorry, everybody. Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't mention that word because that could be such a reaction from folks. Everyone's like, "Oh no, I've got to fill out the form. I've got to do the avatar. Oh,
Okay.
I'm
Yep.
going into a coaching headspace right now. Like, oh, I don't want to do this." But
Yep.
it can help to think of folks in a little bit more abstract way. You don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to fill out that form, but you can say, okay, if I keep getting this same person over and over again that comes to me,
Yep.
maybe that's my niche.
Yeah. I have a lot of neurospicy people who come to see me. It's not something I advertise on my website or anything, but they refer amongst themselves. Think,
Uh-huh.
oh, I think I just fell into that niche.
Hey, it happens. It
Yep.
happens. You sometimes can end up because you're naturally doing what you love anyway.
Yep.
And if you're really connecting with folks that have a specific need or want a specific technique or whatever it is,
Mm.
then they are obviously going to love that session that you're doing for them and talk to their friends about it. And so you're going to get more and more of that. That's hopefully what is happening for just about everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it can be like that.
And particularly for a specific cohort, that feeling of being safe with you,
Yes.
the feeling of being understood by you.
Yeah. Well, we would love to hear what niche that you are exploring or perhaps even dreaming about. So, if you would like to, you can reach out to us on social media or via our website. And if this episode has sparked ideas for you, then we would love for you to share it with a colleague or perhaps even leave us a review. We love
Yeah, we
reviews.
do love reviews.
We do.
And if you are responding with your niche through the socials or whatever channel you choose, we may even give you a tap on the shoulder to come onto the show and talk about your niche.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do interview a few people.
Yes, we've got some exciting ones coming up too.
We do, yes. Thank you so much for letting me back, David.
You know I love you, Jackie.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad that my voice is working enough that I could actually be here today. So thank you. Thank you for joining
Yes,
me.
I'm glad you're on the mend.
Yes. Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and we'll see you next time.
It's been fun.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye, Jackie.
Bye.